So now in between that, in between if you want to write some jokes and before beginning the hour, no, we can make alive the class by cracking jokes or singing some song. Nothing? Nothing want to. Oh, if I sing, sing it now. So then we move to another, the next chapter, okay?
You were saying about disciples based on
promises. And here chapter 151. You'll see in this call narratives a lot of promises. The call narratives itself. And I was connecting into the covenant motives of Old Testament. Okay? 151 is a promise to all the disciples. Before that also, this is giving promise. 139, the promise is there. We shall see. Then again 41, 42, there also we will see the promises. Okay?
Sister, then the calling of the disciples was 2, and then after that, why it was split?
Pardon?
The calling of the disciples. The first part of it is that chapter 1, and the second one, why it was split?
Why it was split? Where this is split?
The first two were called, then after that it comes to before Nathaniel again John, Andrew.
Not John. John the justifier. Andrew and the unnamed disciple. The tradition is understood as John. Okay? Then Simon Peter, second call. First and there is no split. Andrew and the other disciple. Then Simon Peter. Then Philip. Then Nathaniel. So name the next one. Next chapter, chapter 2. Characteristics anywhere. Now we are entering into the book of Science. Chapter 119 to 1250. 119 to 1250. There. That we have finished already. Okay? Opening days we have finished. Now we are dealing with this, I am giving a structure of the 12 chapters. Basing on this, I will be running fast. Okay. So, chapter 2 to 4, Cana to Cana. There, chapter 2, beginning with Cana miracle. Okay, chapter 2, 1 to 11, Cana miracle. Okay, then the next Cana miracle we will see chapter 454, last year. There, so 2, 3, 4, chapters 2, 3, 4. There the author is emphasizing believing in Jesus. And beginning with a Cana miracle, ending also with another Cana miracle, second Cana miracle. Then Feast of the Jews, chapters 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In the background of Jewish festivals. Okay? These are the background of Jewish festivals. Chapter 11 and 12 are known as transition or transition chapters. There, the raising of Lazarus. Then conclusion to the book of Science. Okay? 11. This conclusion or transition. That means these are the preparatory chapters. 11 and 12 are the preparatory chapters for the death of Jesus. They are preparing Jesus for his glorification. Chapters 11 and 12. Okay? Now chapter 2. That is the all-round structure of chapters 2 to 12. 2 to 12. The book of Science. Is clear? Book of Science structure. Chapter 2 now. 2, 3, 4 together I will be finishing. Chapters 2, 3, 4. In chapter 2, two events are there. What are the two events in chapter 2? Wedding at Cana. Then cleansing of the temple. So, chapter 2, 1 to 11, wedding at Cana. Then 12 to
22.
25.
12 to 22. The temple purification. Temple purification. Or cleansing of the temple. See, here, now you concentrate the Cana miracle. And what is important? So, sometimes the biblical scholars, they will concentrate upon the giving more interest, concentration to the Mother Mary, no? Mariological interpretation. And three ways we can interpret this miracle. Mariological interpretation, then sacramental interpretation, then a Christological interpretation. Actually, what the author's mind more is Christological interpretation. Here the person Jesus is more important. And what is the role of Mother Mary here? What is the role of Mother Mary here? Sacramental interpretation is the presence of Jesus at the wedding of Cana. So there is sacramental interpretation. The marriage is a sacrament. The presence of Jesus made that marriage as a sacrament. That is sacramental interpretation. Okay? And presence of Jesus is very important. Then coming to the Christological interpretation. Christological. There because what is the meaning of wine? Or running out of water. Running out of wine. What is the meaning? A shortage of wine. And the wine is the symbol of joy and celebration. And Jesus is the bringer of messianic joy. Wine. Jesus is the bringer of messianic joy. Jesus is the bringer. That's the Christological point here. So the water represents Old Testament Jewish economy. And Jesus, with the presence of Jesus, messianic gifts brought by Jesus, and he is the bringer of messianic joy. So water is replaced by wine. See, joy and celebration, messianic joy. Jesus is the bringer of messianic joy. So new wine symbolizing new messianic age. So with Jesus, a new messianic age is inaugurated. With Jesus, a new messianic age is inaugurated. So it is mainly a Christological. Main interpretation is Christological and it is Christocentric. And see, I saw you verse 1. I told you already 179. I didn't mention very much. Moses, law is given by Moses. And Jesus Lord, grace and truth. So there is a replacement. And chapter 2 onwards we see. I thought the whole gospel is summarized in the prologue. See? So here now the replacement. Next replacement here in chapter 2. Water is replaced with wine. Water symbolizes the Jewish tradition, Jewish economy. And now new messianic age is inaugurated with Jesus. That is wine, new messianic age. Water is replaced by wine. So that replacement. Water, the Jewish economy, their traditions and culture. Now Jesus is replacing that. And he is inaugurating a new messianic age. Now the Mariological. Here, the Mariological point. No, not Mariological. But the place of Mary in the miracle. What is the role of Mary? And Jesus is calling Mother Mary woman. Gunai. In Greek it is Gunai. What is the meaning? Why Jesus calling her woman? And this is the problem of many people. Why Jesus calling woman? What is the meaning? And Jesus is asking her, Ti amoi kai. Gunai, only this word only Jesus asked. Gunai, ti amoi kai soi. And it's translated differently. Gunai, ti amoi kai soi. What is it to me and to you? What is it to me and to you? Woman, what is it to me and to you? That is the meaning that one. It is not a rebuke or refusal, nothing. Jesus calling her woman. Why?
Because in the Old Testament, he
Very good, very good. Only two places. The beginning of Jesus' ministry, Jesus calling Mother Mary woman. Later when, where?
Under the cross.
At the foot of the cross. Towards the end of the gospel. So two places Jesus calling Mother Mary. So Jesus, this woman, as she said, she is replacing the first woman. The first woman cooperated with first Adam in sin. No? First woman cooperated with first Adam in sin. Okay? But the second woman, Mother Mary, cooperating with second Adam. So, cooperating with the
fulfillment
for salvation, for redemption. Okay? And here Mary has a role, specific role. That is in actually Jesus is emphasizing the role. Emphasizing. What is it to me? Then the second word. Woman, what is it to me and to you? My time has not yet come. When my time, what is the kairos here? Time. What is the meaning of time here? The glorification, passion, death and resurrection. When my time comes, you have a special role as woman. That is the meaning. This asking her, woman, what is it to me and to you? My time has not yet come. So when my time is what? Here. Kairos, time. Decisive moment of salvation, that means glorification. The passion, death and resurrection of Jesus. That is, here means the time. When my time comes, you have a special role as woman. That means this woman, she is replacing the first woman and she has a special role. And he is cooperating with second Adam. Who is second Adam? Jesus. Cooperating for the salvation of human beings. So redemption of people. She has a special role as woman. It's okay? Got it? Clear?
Yes.
Yeah. That's the role of that. The problem of Mary is solved. Problem of Mary, no? This clear? That's the problem of Mary or her role there. She has a special role and the time comes. That time is the time glorification or Jesus' passion, death and resurrection. That time, that specific time comes. Mary has a special role. Now the second part, second event in the second chapter 2. What is that?
Cleansing of the temple.
Cleansing of the temple. Cleansing of the temple. Jerusalem temple is a symbol of Jewish, national and religious identity. Jerusalem temple is a symbol of Jewish, national and religious. Temple is very important, no? And I wanted to say some more things about temple. When is the first temple? Just checking your general knowledge. Who built the first temple? When was it? When was it? BC 930, no? 930. BC 930. When was it destroyed? The first temple. First temple, when was it destroyed? First temple destroyed, I am asking.
537 BC.
587, Babylonian. That's correct only. 587. When was the Babylonian? See, first one, 731. When? So 930 BC. Solomon built the first temple. And when was Assyrian conquest?
721 BC.
But they didn't destroy the temple. But when was the Babylonian conquest? 587. According to some 587 or 586. Anyway, then they destroyed Jerusalem city and they burned the temple. Jerusalem first temple was burned by Nebuchadnezzar, led by this Babylonians, led by Nebuchadnezzar. So they burned the temple in 586. Then when was the second temple built? 5? Yeah, after 537 they got freedom, and after that, soon after that, under the leadership of Zerubbabel, the second temple was built. Second temple after 537 or around 520. Okay, the second temple. Now you see, second temple period means and when was it destroyed again? Second temple, when was it destroyed? By Romans. By Romans in AD 70. AD 70. And is there any temple now? No. By Romans. So after Jesus death, AD 70, no? The second temple was destroyed by Roman. When was Roman conquest in Palestine? BC 63 to AD 135. 135. Okay, very good. And historical knowledge. AD 135. Then was the Masada massacre and all there. So afterwards, the Muslims, Arabic. See, now is there a third temple there? Why?
The river.
When the Jews subtracted
For the background of Johannine Gospel, Jesus is the new temple. I am asking historically, any temple is there? But now, because after this Roman attack, the Jewish people were scattered all around the world. Jewish diaspora. In history it is known as Jewish diaspora. They were scattered all around, and they were actually then. When did the country Israel form? So AD 70 they scattered and they came together after Second World War. When did 1947 after Second World 1947 or 48 the country Israel is formed. The country Israel is formed. And actually they wanted to build the third temple, but UN is now intervened. And why they are not building there? Now they formed a country Israel, no?
Yeah.
Then why?
There's always constant fight between India and Muslims.
Muslims built their golden mosque. The exact place where this Jerusalem temple was there. And golden mosque. And we can imagine if the people, they are now powerful, strong. Jewish people are very powerful, strong. Economically they are very good. So if they want, they can destroy. But imagine how the Muslims of all around the world, how will they react, Muslims? And now the UN intervened and asking them not to destroy the golden mosque. Every year there will be a lot of bloodshed there. If any Jew can, they are not allowing the golden mosque now. We were there visiting because it's very important for us now, where especially the Acts of the Apostle, where that man killed that not Stephen stoned the place, the man.
Paul was to
Beautiful. The Malayalam Sundarakam English? No. Beautiful gate. That are not still there now. So this golden mosque, then we were also very strictly, and they were not allowing even us to read the Bible and all entering the golden mosque. Anyway, now that's the interesting thing. Muslims are telling that Muhammad is ascended to heaven from the exact place where the temple, the exact place their prophet Muhammad ascended into heaven. So they built their golden mosque. And now only the western wall is there, Wailing Wall. Only the western wall of the Jerusalem temple, second temple's western wall is there. There all the Jews are going and touching their forehead and praying there. Wailing Wall. Western wall is still there and they are praying over there. And they wanted to build the third temple. Everything is prepared. They were showing us this is the thing for everything they have prepared and made with gold and kept. But they wanted to destroy this mosque, but it is not allowed. Every year there will be bloodshed. Some will.
What is this Gaza system, Gaza?
Gaza. This one again. This you remember that one? And now it is here is Jerusalem. When because after the Second World War, some history, world history. After the Second World War, all nations were sympathetic to Jewish people. Because how many Jewish people were killed? 60 lakhs. Jewish people were killed during the Second World War. So all the country, all were sympathetic to the Jewish people. Then you remember Second World War with the intervention of America, they defeated this Italy, Germans and all of Germans. And then all were sympathetic to them. Then they asked, America asked, they told, because we are destroyed like this, because we don't have a country of our own. Then America asked which country. America told them to take Madagascar. Then they told, we don't want, our place is Jerusalem. We wanted to come back to Jerusalem. So America gave up. Actually this area was Arabic country. 1947 and all. Full Muslims and Christians were only this place here. Christians and Muslims very friendly. Now also they are not against. These two are against the Jewish people, and they were here, the Arabic country, Palestine, known as Palestine. Then with the intervention of America, here Jerusalem, this much area was given and made as Israel. Because they told, this is our promised land, we wanted to come back to Jerusalem. So this much area was given. But in 1960s and 70s, because with the help of America, all the weapons and money were provided. Because American economic system was controlled by Jewish people. So they are very rich people in America. So because of their money, they were attacking the neighboring part, and they were upon other areas. No? So here is now West Bank. Okay. This area, now they made a big wall, and UN were against that one. And this area is Gaza Strip. This is known as Gaza Strip. And Yasser Arafat was actually here near Bethlehem, he has the headquarters here, Yasser Arafat. But later they forced him to move to Gaza and all. No? But Yasser Arafat was a very good friend of Christians and Muslims, very good friend. And he wanted to celebrate 2000 Jubilee. The solemn way, he built a lot of buildings in Bethlehem and all, but the Jewish people destroyed by bombing. No? All those places. So it was a failure. Yasser Arafat was a good friend. And here the Gaza, many Muslims are there. You know, we cannot imagine how they live there without any house, nothing, no? Because they are with the bulldozer, they are destroying other places, and they are enlarging their places. They are telling, and we were having secret houses in Bethlehem. Bethlehem is the place they are suffering most. And Bethlehem bishop told us, wherever you go, because they are censoring the news also. Jewish people are censoring the news also. So the bishop asked us, wherever you go for classes, telling us about them. So that is why I am speaking here also. When I know little bit time, so we promised the bishop to speak about them. So in now Bethlehem, we had secret houses in the morning. Our professors will be giving us 1 or 2 in a house, and in the evening they will come and collect us like that. And they were giving us a lot of dollars and all to give them. Now very poor Christians are, because their condition of Christians there in Bethlehem, we cannot imagine actually. And the Muslims are there helping by the Gulf countries. And the Christian only ones we are helping them. The Good Friday money we are giving to them. That was all our collections we are sending to Rome from Vatican is given to the people, the Christians in those places. And
if the Jews find you, what they do to you?
Pardon?
The Jews find you.
That's secret, because there every time there was a checking post, and we are seriously checked, but our professor told us we are going to visit Christian worshipping places. They didn't know that we are visiting the place, you know. So, Christian worshipping places we tell it. So, they are allowing us. After thorough checking, they were sending us every day. So, only this much is enough. Rest our class. Now coming back now to the temple, Jerusalem temple. There is some background you got, no? That's enough. There is a lot of things I have to say. Now the Jerusalem temple. And this event occurs during the Passover festival in Jerusalem. It's a major Jewish festival. And there, that time, there is what the taxes, no, temple tax. Because pilgrims from all Palestine and beyond come to celebrate the feast of Passover. That time they are paying the temple tax. Okay? The people were paying the temple tax. For that, the tax paid for the daily sacrifices in the Jerusalem temple. Once in a year they are paying the tax, and the tax is for offering sacrifices morning and evening, daily sacrifices in the Jerusalem temple, morning and evening, daily act of atonement for Israel's sins. And they were, and why, now I explain why is there in the need of money changer, the animals, all things. This is a must. It was a real help to the pilgrims, money change, because the Roman coins, they are bringing all over the Palestine or outside Palestine, people are coming, Jewish, all Jewish made coming, and they are bringing coins with the emperor's head. That coin is not allowed to put in the Jerusalem temple because it is an idolatrous act. No? With the emperor's head. Coins with the emperor's head not allowed to put in the temple. So, this there needed a money change. And only the Tyrian coins. That means Tyre, the place Tyre, the Tyrian coins without emperor's head. That coins is only allowed to put in the temple. So that money changing was a must. It was a real help to the pilgrim people. Then animal sacrifice was in their law. Cattle and sheep for offerings. And this is very well explained in the book of Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers. And doves for purification. Then cleansing. Is there a skin disease means they have to offer doves or some other animals. So this also the purchasing for the pilgrims purpose, no? For their offering. When they arrive, they can purchase this animal and offer, no? So it's available. This animal is available in the vicinity of temple means it is a great help to for the pilgrims. Okay. So the currency exchange and animal market were normal and necessary in the temple. And what is the use then? The cleansing of the temple. Actually, Jesus is replacing. He himself is the new temple. And here announcing that, signaling that the time of temple sacrifice is over. The time of temple sacrifice is over. And it is a temple, cleansing of the temple is a prophetic action. It is a prophetic action heralding a new relationship with God. Atonement sacrifices are no longer needed. And the former ways, now Jesus, God dwells in Jesus in a new way, incarnation of Jesus, okay? With the incarnation of Jesus, no more atonement sacrifices. Now, the former ways required a building and a sacrifice. Now, the humanity of Jesus. So the humanity of Jesus is the new temple. So, Jesus replaces the temple building. Jesus replaces the temple building as the sacred place where the divine and human meet. Got something? Got something?
Yes.
So,
Jesus is the one who
in him the divine and human meet.
meeting place.
Yeah, meeting place of divine and human. Jesus replaces the temple building.
New temple.
Okay, I'll repeat.
Listen.
God now dwells in the human story in a new way. That is Jesus. God now, the incarnation of Jesus. God now dwells in the human story in a new way. The former ways require a building and sacrifices. But now the humanity of Jesus. But now former ways require a building and sacrifices. But now the humanity of Jesus. Jesus replaces the temple building. Jesus replaces the temple building as the sacred place where the divine and human meet. The divine and human meet. And there also we can see a misunderstanding. They thought, and Jesus telling them, you destroy this temple, I will raise it and within 3 days. I see which temple Jesus meant. You destroy this temple, but they the body, Jesus, not this temple, but they misunderstood. And they are asking, the temple, it has taken 46 years and now we are going to reconstruct it within 3 days. So they misunderstanding. They misunderstood Jesus' words. Later it is written, when he rose up from there, they understood what Jesus said. Okay? That's all about chapter 2. Now chapter 3. When is the next verse? 4:30. 3 minutes more. So chapter 3. Chapter 3, Nicodemus incident. Nicodemus incident. Chapter 3. There Jesus is speaking about, and I finish that one so. Chapter 3, very soon I will finish. 1 to 2, then chapter 3, 3 to 10, 11 to 21. Let me leave this here, then we can note down. This I am skipping. See, chapter 3, 1 to 2, presenting the imperfect faith of Nicodemus. Presenting the imperfect faith of Nicodemus. Then 3 to 10, condition for true faith. Jesus is explaining the condition for true faith. 11 to 21. This is, I told you, chapters 2, 3, 4, emphasizing the believing aspect. So, 11 to 21, content of true faith. Content of true faith. So, what is imperfect faith? How is it presented? Because he came at night and he is telling, Nicodemus is telling to Jesus, I know that you are performing signs. So, seeing the signs, Nicodemus, seeing the signs, and the author of fourth gospel is always against seeing signs and believing. So, believe based on signs. He is always negative to that. So here, he came at night and he is saying, because you have a man from God, because these signs you are performing. That means only intellectually he knows. So this is intellectual knowledge, imperfect faith. And 3 to 10, Jesus explaining condition for true faith. What is the condition there? Jesus telling him, we have to born from above, not born again, born from above. So born from above means born in
The
spirit, born in the spirit. That is the born from above. But Nicodemus there misunderstood as born again. The word is anothen. Anothen. The Greek word anothen. Jesus is using that word anothen. That means again and from above. Anothen. Again and from above. So born from above. And that is the condition of the born in spirit. That is the condition for true faith. Born from above. Born in spirit. And then content of true faith. Content of true faith. What is the content? And then another thing, there 6 to 8. An analogy is used by the author. Man born of spirit and wind. Comparing that man with a wind. What is the, why will we see a wind is there? How will we see? It's from its effects. It is mysterious. No, wind is mysterious. We cannot see wind. But from the effects we can understand. If wind is there, means the windows will be blowing, then papers will be running away. If wind is there. So from the effects we can understand there is wind. The same way. The person born of spirit. From the effects, the mysterious origin. Person born of spirit and wind are mysterious in origin. From the effects we can understand. Understood that one?
Yes, sir.
That is why this is giving an analogy of wind from verses 6 to 8. Now coming to the last point, content of true faith. Content of true faith. There, Jesus is giving an explanation there. Heavenly things, verse 11 onwards. Jesus quotes that, who is the heavenly thing here? Just you read, then we will understand. 3:11 to 21.
Amen, amen. I say to you, we speak of what we know and we testify to what we have seen, but you people do not accept our testimony.
And 12, earthly things, heavenly things. Jesus is giving a distinction between earthly things and
Heavenly
things. Who is the heavenly thing here? Jesus. But there, he is using apocalyptic language there. 11 onwards, using apocalyptic language. And Jesus is the heavenly. And verse 13, no one is
gone up to heaven except the one who
ascended
has
into
come,
heaven, only the
one who has come down from heaven, the Son of
So
Man.
Jesus is the Son of Man. He is the unique revealer. He is ascended to heaven and come down, and he revealed what is there in heaven. So Jesus is the unique revealer. And explanation. What kind of revelation he is giving? That explanation is 14 and 15. Son of Man revealed God in a unique way. Why? How? He revealed God in a unique way by being lifted up on the cross. Son of Man revealed God in a unique way by being lifted up on the cross. What kind of revelation? Only one explanation is there for that revelation.
Moses lifted
No,
up.
only one explanation for that. And there is one language lifted up, Moses lifted up. That is it is denoting the lifting up on the cross of Jesus. And one explanation, 360, God so loved the world. Only one explanation for the cross of Jesus. Because God loved us so much. So he gave his only son to the cross. And for Johannine vocabulary, cross is revealing God's love. Cross is not, by looking to the cross, we have to experience the love of God the Father. He loved me that much. Saying by being given his son to the cross. Sometimes we will be thinking, God the Father is loving me so much than his only unique son. Only unique son. That is also very important there. Only one explanation for the cross of Jesus. What is that explanation? God so loved me. God loved me so much. So that is the explanation for the cross of Jesus. So by seeing by seeing the cross, what is needed? Experiencing the love of Father, love of God the Father. So cross is giving an explanation for His love to us, to me. And so that is the Johannine. Cross is revealing God's love. But in the Synoptic Gospel, cross is an expiation for sin. Cross in the sense of expiation. Understood the difference? So it is very important for us. So only one explanation for the cross of Jesus, of being lifted up. What is that? God so loved me. God so loved the world that He gave His only Son. Only Son, that's also important. Only Son. So only one explanation of this unique revelation. Cross is the revelation. Cross is revealing God's love. So what is needed? Content. So now we got the content of true faith. Where is our content of believing? Where is? In the person of Jesus. He is a unique revealer. He revealed Himself on the cross. What He revealed? The greatest love of God. God's greatest love to human beings. He revealed on the cross. Only one explanation for the cross of Jesus. God so loved the world. He loved so much. So that is, now it is clear the content. That is the content of our believing. It's very important, that part. Very important. So there is, actually the Martin Luther, founder of Protestant, Martin Luther. He deviated because in his autobiography there happened is because he lost the sense that love aspect. More than he was emphasizing the expiation. Oh, Jesus on the cross because of my sins. He was emphasizing that sin aspect. There his deviation happened. Martin Luther's deviation. When we read his autobiography, the deviation happened there. But what we have to concentrate by looking to the cross of God loving me so much. That love of God we need to concentrate, not on the sins. Because of my sins, He's on the sin. That is good. We have to anyway. We need to aware of our sin. But concentration should be on the love, the mercy of God, the love of God.
Not Kasha. Martin Luther was again not.
Because in one place Martin Luther was saying, I cannot even look at the cross because of my sins. Did not allow me even to, because of my sins, He was on the cross. We need to aware of that. We change our ways. That is needed. But we have to concentrate more on the love of God. Cross revealing the love. The Johannine by John, the Gospel of John, emphasizing that love aspect than the expiation of sin. Jesus is on the cross. Yeah, in one way it is for our expiation, no? For the atonement of our sins. But John is emphasizing his love to God. So loved the world. So descending love. He is loving me. That is why He gave His only Son on the cross. Allowed His Son to be crucified because of His love for me. Such way. Okay, the difference you got? Not misunderstood?
Yep.
Okay, then tomorrow we begin with the chapter 4.
Thank you, Sister.
Sister, what is the meaning of Yada and Veena?
Yada means knowledge. Veena, understanding. Knowing and understanding.
Sister, the existing